with math. Hi, Josh. Glad you're here. For math today, our student-friendly learning target says, I will add pennies and dimes. So we're going to go back to our school store that we had with different items that we were using from the food department and the toy department. Anajay, glad you're here. I see you're logged in. I'm going to turn the computer so you can see our store for just a second, and then I'm going to have you guys get out the receipt paper that was in your packet because we're going to use that for adding our pennies and our dimes. Okay, I'm waiting for attention. Great, thank you so much. So I want you to just look at these items with me. Okay, I'm going to steer the computer. Hopefully you guys can see the different items. We've got some food, we've got some toys, and some price tags on here. So kids are going to get those items for us, and then we're going to use this receipt paper to add up the different amounts on our paper here. All right, so I'm looking for a really strong helper who can go get an item from our store. We're going to sound out the name of these items and write the sounds that we hear. So Anajay, Leah, Perry, Josh, I see you guys are here. We're not going to spell these the grown-up way. We're going to spell these words the way that we hear them. So if you hear a k sound, we're going to put a C down because we hear the k sound in that word. So keep that in mind as you are following along with this. Antonia, go pick out something from our store. You're going to need your pencil and your receipt paper first. All right. Let's have Addison, can you please go turn the light switch closest to the heart on the wall off for us, please? It's on the left side there. All right. We have some fish. We have used this before. Mask up. Who can tell us the price of this item? We're going to be adding this to another item from our store. Delilah, what's the price of this?
25 cents.
25 cents. Good job. So you need your pencil out. On the first line of your receipt paper, we're going to write the word fish. Okay? I'm going to grab my marker here. What sound do you hear at the beginning of the word fish? We have talked about this. We have been talking about this letter before. What letter says like fish and Fritz and frog? Leah. What letter says like fish? Savannah.
E.
E says like etabeta. Fish is not an E word. It's a different letter. Journey. F. Good. So we're going to write F on that first line. What sound makes the I sound? Like icky and igloo and insect. Addison. I. Good. Now, does anybody remember the two letters we use that are partners that make the sh sound? Like when you go to the library and you're talking, your mom says shh. Kaylee, what two letters do we need? S-H. Good. S-H says shh. And Delilah read the price tag. She said it was 25 cents. So we're going to put that price in the boxes next to the word fish. I need a new shopper for me, please. Mia, go get a new item from our store. Good job. Mia picked out a little can of soda. Mia, what's the price tag on this? 3. And what do we have to say for the label since it's money? 3 cents. So we're going to write 3 cents in the next part of our receipt. But let's first do the name, soda. What letter do you hear? Haja. Good. So, oh, you can hear the letter when you say it. Savannah.
Oh.
Good. So, d. Matthew. D. Good job. So, ah. Soda. Ah. Delilah. A. Good job. Soda. And Mia said this can of soda is 3 cents. Are we going to put the 3 in the dime spot or in the penny spot? Which place value do we write 3? Alea. In the penny spot. Good job. I need somebody to come up here and add for me. Ooh, let's see. I love these strong silent hands. Mikaylee, come up here, honey. We've got 5 plus 3. All right, so I'm going to back this up just a little bit so you can see our number line. Here's our 5. We have to hop 3 more spots. Can you count with me? 1, 2, 3. So I need you to find a marker, and I need you to write this 8 in the line underneath the 5 plus 3. You write it on your paper. If we do it, you do it. You're going to write an 8 in the total section. Yep, 5 plus 3 equals 8. Does anybody remember what's this invisible number here that's underneath the 2 in this price tag? Addison, what's that invisible number?
0.
A 0. So 2 plus 0. If you have 2 cookies, and somebody gives you 0 more cookies, how many cookies do you have? Peyton. How many cookies do you have? You have 2 cookies, 1, 2, and somebody gives you 0 more. How many do you still have? 2. So we need to write a 2 in this box. Peyton, can you come up and write that 2 for me, please? All right, Dallas, glad to see you're here. And Perry and Leah, Josh, glad you guys are all part of this today. You're going to write a 2 in that box. I need another shopper. We're going to make another shopping trip. All right. Ooh, who's been a good focus? I love it. Journey, can you go get a new item from our store? And then bring me the little price tag with it. Thank you. What did you pick out? A bug. Good. Journey picked out a creepy, crawly bug. Journey, what's the price of your bug? 12. And the label is? Cents. We need to write the word bug and 12 cents on this part of our receipt. What's the first sound you hear in the word bug? Bug. Mia, bug. B, good. So write a B in that first spot. Like umbrella. Savannah, you. Good job. And g, like golly. Bug, g. Journey. G, good. And you said it was 12 cents. What number's in the 10th spot? The 10th place value for that number? Haja.
1.
1. And what number is in the ones place value? Savannah.
2.
2. Good girl. I need a new shopper. Matthew, come on up. Find something from our store. And yep, and grab that little price tag for me, kiddo. What did you find?
Pig.
He found a pig. Matthew, what's the price of your pig toy?
34 cents.
34 cents. Good. So we need to write the word pig. Thank you, buddy. What letter do you hear at the beginning of the word pig? Pup, pup, pup. We haven't studied this letter yet, but you can look up at the wall. There's a parrot, a colored bird, to represent that sound. Pup, pup, pup. And Peyton, this is in your name. What's your first letter? What's the first letter in your name? Pup, pup. Addison. P. Good. What's the sound you hear second? Igloo, icky, insect. Journey. I. What's the third sound you hear? G, g, pig. Aaliyah. Good job, pig. And it was 34 cents. I need somebody to come up and add the ones column for me. That's the number that is closest to the cent sign. It's worth the brown pennies, 1 cent. Addison, come add the pennies. You add it on your paper journey. So you can check and make sure that your numbers match what Addison is going to add for us on the board. Under the total section, this is where I want you to add the numbers. Write your number at the bottom in that box there. You can cover up the ones, or excuse me, cover up the tens column and add those numbers. 2 plus 4. Write your answer down, Alea, and then we're going to check to see if yours matches. Oh, honey, you're just doing the one spot. You're doing 2 plus 4. So find 2, hop 4 more spots. Put your finger on the 2 on your number line. Hop 4 more times. Let me check. You have to put it underneath in the 1 spot. Okay? Now we have to do 1 plus 3. I'm going to have somebody else do that for us, okay? Thanks for sharing. 1 plus 3. Savannah, come up and do that. Okay? You can use my pointer. Point to the 1 on the number line over here. And now you have to hop 3 more times. Ready? 1. 2. No, right here. Hop 3 times. Ready? 1, 2, 3. What number is that, Savannah?
4.
4. So write a 4 under that for me, please. What is the price of buying the pig and the bug? If you go to the cashier, she says your total is, and this is how much money you have to give her to take the bug and the pig home. Tasha, what's our total?
46 cents.
46 cents. Good job. All right. We have one more purchase that we're going to make. Peyton, go find something from our store. All right, I'm going to erase this. All right. Peyton, can you show your friends what you picked out at the store? Do you remember what we said this was?
Sanitizer.
Yep, we're going to call it soap. And Peyton, what's the price of this soap?
52 cents.
Ooh, look at this again. What number is this right here?
A 1 and a 2.
A 1 and a 2. So we can't say 52 because 52 means it's a 5. That's not the number that's in the front. So 10, 11,
12.
12. So how much is this?
12 cents.
12 cents. Good. So we're going to write soap and 12 cents. What's the first sound you hear in the word soap? Savannah. Good. What's the second sound you hear? Haja. Oh, good. And what's the third sound you hear in the word soap? Like parrot and Peyton. Journey. Delilah. P. Good. Soap. And Peyton said it's 12 cents. I need one more shopper. Alea, go get something for me. All right. What did you pick out?
Chocolate milk.
Yep, she found the milk. And what's the price of your milk, Alea?
11 cents.
11 cents. Good. So we're going to write the word milk and 11 cents for this next part of our receipt. What sound you hear in the word milk first? It's almost lunchtime. Peyton. Like mommy. Like moon. Madison or Addison. M. Good. What sound do you hear second? I. Savannah. I. Like igloo. Icky. Insect. Haja.
I.
Good. You'll get it. Mill. Like Lily and her lions. Mia. The light bulb. Delilah, you have this letter in your name.
Milk.
Good. Milk. What letter do we hear at the end that says k? Cats. Cookie. Kaylee. C. Milk. Good. And the milk was 11 cents. Milk. So we're going to go get milk and soap at the store today. Now we go to the cash register. The cashier scans our items and she says your total is, this is where we're going to add. We start adding the pennies place value. So we're going to do 2 plus 1 more. I need somebody to come write the answer. Haja. 2. Good. 2 plus 1 more. So grab a marker, honey, and you're going to write the answer underneath it in the 1 spot. If Haja's doing it, you're going to do it. You should have a number written in that box. Now you need to do your total. 2 plus 1 more. No, going underneath. 2 plus 1 more is how much? You're at 2. Pop 1 more. What's your number? Oh, Haja, can you do that in a different marker that's really hard to see in the back? Try a darker one, honey, okay? Not the yellow one. Not yellow. Use a dark one like a black or a blue or a brown. Okay, there we go. Thank you. I should have said that before. Now, 1 plus 1, because now we're adding the tens place values. We can cover up those pennies. We're done with those. What is 1 plus 1? You can do your doubles wrap. 1 plus 1 equals, woo! Kylie. Oh, she's just stretching. 1 plus 1 equals, ooh! Delilah. 2. Good. So we're going to write a 2 here. I'll write that for you. What is the total? The cashier says Your total is, Haley,
23 cents.
23 cents. Good. And then you would find your dimes and your pennies. How many dimes would you need to give her to buy your milk and soap? How many of those silver coins would you need to give her? Alea, how many silver dimes would you need to give her? 2, because that's in the tens place value. That's the bigger amount. How many brown pennies would you give her to buy your soap and milk? Addison.
20 cents.
No, honey, listen to my question. How many brown pennies would you give her? Addison. 3 pennies. Good, because that's what's in the ones place value. All right, I want you to get out your math paper that you filled out the date on this morning. For my friends at home, we're going to use the ruler. We're going to connect these endpoints to make a line segment. That's where your name is going to go. Make sure you have the date and the day of the week on your paper. We do this in the morning when we come to school, so please do this. Some of you are also not doing the tally mark section. You need to do that with us. When I look through your papers, a lot of times these boxes are empty. You're doing the number of tally marks that match the date. So today, who can read the date for me that you wrote on your paper this morning? Mia, what's the month that we're in? Okay, this is the month that we've been doing during calendar time. Matthew, what's the date? Good, March 11th, 2021. That should be on your paper. You should be able to read that. What day of the week are we on? It is not Wednesday. It's the day that we were saying thank you for the blessings Jesus gave us. What's our day of the week, Kaylee?
Thankful Thursday.
It is Thankful Thursday. Good job. I'll get it, but thank you for reminding me, Savannah. All right, so if today is March 11th, how many tally marks are we going to do in our box? Haja? 11. Good job. I'm going to slide this up. Let's do our 11 tally marks. Here we go. Do them with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, diagonal, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, diagonal, 10, 11. And then we stop. Thumbs up when you have that done on your paper. Good job. All right, what number are we tracing? We have 7 and 8 says. What number are we? We say the first number. We're not saying 20 because that's a 7. We have to say 7 with our number since that's the first number in the 10 spot. On the count of 3, I want you to all say it. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
78.
78. Good job. Let's trace it. Now, watch this. I'm still having some kids struggle with writing the number 8. I'm seeing all sorts of crazy things. Watch again. You're putting your finger or your pencil on the far right corner. You're going to make an S. And then go back and cross in the middle to close the gate. So try it with me. Slide to the right and slant on down for the number 7. Then make an S and close the gate. we have to write it all by ourselves 3 more times. All right, are you ready?
Yeah.
Here we go. Let's do this. It says we need to count how many digits are on the line. How many digits do you have? How many digits are we putting on this line here?
I know.
Mia,
I know.
how many? Count all the numbers.
4.
We're not doing 4 because that's not all the individual numbers. You need to count all of the 7s and all of the 8s. So try again. You're right, we wrote 4 numbers, but the digits are all the individual ones. 8 it is, yep. So put an 8 on that line. All right, look at number 2. It says Mrs. Deach. She counted 6 red shoes and 8 blue shoes in the closet. Draw a picture and write a number sentence to show the shoes in the closet. So we're going to start with red. So find your red crayon. We need to draw 6 red shoes. Okay? 6 red shoes. We're just going to do circles. You don't have to do fancy shoes. So let's do 6 red circles or ovals. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. When you have 6 red circles drawn on your paper, give me a thumbs up. I'm waiting for 6 red circles. And then it says 8 blue shoes. So find your blue crayon. And now you're going to have to make these small because you're going to run out of room if you made really big circles. We have to do 8 of these. We're doing 8 blue circles. Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 blue and 6 red. Okay, give me a thumbs up when you have your 8 blue shoes drawn. Fabulous. Now, what did I forget to put in the middle of this to show that there are 2 separate groups that we're going to put together? What did I forget to draw between the 2 groups to show that they're different groups? Kaja.
A line.
A line. So add your line between the red shoes and your blue shoes to show that they're 2 separate groups. Now we need to write our number sentence. How many red shoes did we draw on the left side of our box? Count your red circles, your red shoes. Savannah, how many did?
6.
Good. So we're going to write a 6 under the line. What math symbol do we use to show that this is a sum more, that we're combining and putting these two groups together? Haja,
Minus.
what math symbol do we use to show that we're combining and getting a bigger amount? Alea,
Plus.
a plus symbol. Yep, the addition symbol. How many blue shoes did you get to draw on the right side of this box? Journey, 8. So write your 8 next. What's our math symbol that says we're almost done? Answers coming. Drum roll, please. Doing our happy dance. Kaylee, what's that math symbol called? Equal sign. Now, we have to count all of the shoes. Count how many shoes you have and raise your hand and tell me how many you have all together. You count. Would love those strong silent hands. Kylie, how many did you count?
4.
Matthew, how many did you count? 14. Let's check if he's right. Count with me. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Good. We have 14 shoes in our closet. Here is our receipt like we just got done doing at our store. It says William's receipt at the classroom store looks like this. How much money did he spend for the 2 items? He bought pickles and pie. Okay? Pickles and pie. All right. We're going to start with the pennies in the ones place value. Can I have somebody come up and add that for me? 7 plus 1 more. Delilah, come do that.
I know.
Then I'm going to have somebody come up and do the dimes for us, the money that's in the 10th place value. Grab a nice dark marker for us, honey, so we can see. Miss Kay, who's been just a rock star for you? All right, Kaylee, you're going to come up and do the dimes for us. I want you to add the dimes. 2 plus 3. You can find the 2 on your number line and hop 3 more times.
5.
That's it. Journey, you need to write your numbers. I don't have any numbers written on your paper. No, you know how to do this. This is your number line. Go. You are not copying. You are doing your own work here. So start going. No. You're using your number line. You can do this. 7 plus 1. Find your 7 on your number line. Top 1 more spot. That number on the line on the penny spot. In the pennies. Let's start at 2 plus 3. Find the 2 on your number line. Top 1 more spots. 1, 2, 3. Put that number there. What is the total for the purchase of the pickles and the pie? How much money did William spend? Haja.
85.
Ooh, try again. We look at the money that's in the dimes in that 10 spot. So what number should we say first?
5.
So 58 cents. Good. 58 cents. All right, look at number 4. Number 4 says Sarah put her pennies in groups of 10, like we did yesterday with our paper money, our groups of 10. It says, how many groups of 10 does she have? How many do you see? How many of the big rectangles of 10 do you see? Peyton. 3, good. So we're going to write that here. 3 groups of 10. If I write it, you write it. It says, how many extra pennies does she have? Remember when we did this with the beans on Tuesday? It's the same thing she's doing here on her work mat. How many extras does she have? Mia. How many extras does she have right here, honey? Count the bean. 2. Good. All right. Here's what we need to do. Remember when we used those groups of 10 pennies, the paper rectangles from yesterday? And then when we counted the beans on our work mats, first we had to count by tens. First we counted by tens, and then we flipped our brains and we counted by ones once we finished counting the groups of 10. So what we need to do is the same thing. We're going to count the groups of 10, then we're going to flip and count up from there. So put your finger on the first group of 10 with me. Okay, I'm pointing. I'm waiting for another person to point. You should be touching that group of 10 with me. Ready? Count by tens with me. Here we go. 10, 20, 30, flip, 31, 32. So how many pennies does she have all together? 32. Good job. You are going to do number 5 all by yourself. I am not doing number 5. You can use your number line and you can hop. 7 minus 1. Put your finger on the 7 of your number line, and it's take away 1. Somebody is stealing one of your cookies. Here's the next one. You have 2 cookies, but you don't eat any of them. They are still in your lunchbox. You don't share them. You don't eat them. You just leave them in your lunchbox. How many cookies do you still have? Here's the next one. 11. Find the 11 on your number line. Find the 11 on your number line. Then you have 2 cookies taken away, or share them with friends. 11 take away 2. How many do you have? And then the last one. 6 minus 2. Find the 6 on your number line. Take 2 of them away. And then you're going to have your answer. All right, for my friends at home, thank you for joining us. We are going to disconnect. We did the second and the third row of your facts sheet that was on your in your packet. So the number 2 row and number 3 row for that, and then you will be all set for today.